The precious blood of the New Covenant. It is a meditation on the profound significance of the New Covenant, established by Jesus Christ through his shed blood on the cross. The establishment of the covenant. The covenant was instituted during the Last Supper, on the night before Jesus' crucifixion. This event is described as a feast of love that Jesus prepared for believers, which is commemorated in the Lord's Supper or communion. A better and eternal covenant. This new covenant, foretold by prophets like Jeremiah and explained in Hebrews chapter 8, is presented as a better covenant than the old covenant given at Mount Sinai. It is an eternal covenant initiated, guaranteed, and fulfilled entirely by God himself. Sealed with blood, the covenant is uniquely sealed not with the blood of animals but with the precious blood of Christ. This ultimate sacrifice demonstrates how much God values this covenant and the relationship with his people. It is a permanent pledge and guarantee of his promises. We are remembered by God. A profound truth is highlighted. While we are commanded to remember him, the covenant primarily emphasizes that God remembers us. This is illustrated by the Old Testament imagery of the high priest. Exodus 28:12. The stones on the priest's ephod and breastplate were memorial stones, so that the Israelites would be remembered before God continually. This signifies that believers are now carried on Christ's shoulders, in strength, and over his heart, in love, as a perpetual remembrance before God the Father, God's tangible pledges of faithfulness. The text emphasizes that God graciously uses physical signs to reinforce his promises for our assurance. The rainbow, Genesis 9:12-17. After the flood, God set the rainbow in the sky as a sign of his covenant never to destroy the earth with water again. This was done for humanity's benefit, to alleviate fear and provide a tangible reminder of his promise. The covenant with Abraham, Genesis 15:9-18. God ratified his covenant with Abraham in a solemn ancient ritual involving sacrificed animals. By passing a loan between the pieces, God in a visible, elaborate way took the full responsibility for upholding the covenant upon himself, unconditionally guaranteeing its fulfillment. The call to remember, the act of partaking in the Lord's Supper, is a command to do this in remembrance of me. This remembrance is not a passive memory, but an active response, a life lived in loving gratitude and obedience to him, such as by feeding and shepherding his sheep, serving others. God's initiative and assurance. The covenant is entirely God's idea and his responsibility. He did not need to make a covenant or swear an oath, as his word is truth itself. Yet he did so for our benefit, to strengthen our faith and give us absolute assurance of his promises and forgiveness. The wound in his side is an eternal pledge on his resurrected body, an everlasting guarantee of his love and commitment.